Kiki on this interesting story. Homophobia during Pride Month? No, not on Nick Offerman's watch, baby. When Michael Flynn Jr. tried to drag Pride by sharing a doctored Parks and Recreation GIF showing Ron Swanson tossing a pride flag, Offerman clapped back hard, saying, quote, "Ron was the best man at a gay wedding, you dumb fuck," end quote. Offerman, a fierce ally who played gay in The Last of Us, wasn't having the hate. Fans rallied and Offerman's tweet went viral. Nick Offerman tosses homophobia in the trash. What are we all talking about? So I never saw Parks and Recreation. Too white of a show for me. It is what it is. My wife loves it. She'd be laughing in the other room and I'd be like,
it's a lot of dry humor.
You know, but I didn't like The Office either, and I know that that was very popular. You know what I mean? But then when Offerman was in The Last of Us, you guys know I love Pedro Pascal. You know I love Pedro Pascal. So I watched the show for Pedro Pascal, and when they killed him off, yes, I ruined it for you. You didn't see it, okay?
Oh,
they killed him off.
I should have seen it by now.
Well,
we've already passed the season finale, which I didn't get to the season finale.
Okay? But they killed him off, so I stopped watching.
I mean, he was supposed to die, though.
Yes, and that's what everybody says to me. Everybody's like, hello, the video game. It's in the video game. I was busy having sex when that video game came out, all right? So I don't know what happened in that video game. But when I saw Offerman in the show, it was the best episode. Like, if you haven't seen it, it's the one gay episode in The Last of Us. And if you Google the gay episode of The Last of Us, it will pop up.
Yeah.
You know, and his role was incredible.
What was that, the season finale of last season?
Or like the next to last or something. But it was like, but he got nominated for awards for that episode. Like, it was so amazing. So you see this white guy with his dry humor, with this mustache, and just looking like a guy that would spend a lot of time at Walmart. And for whatever reason, he's a huge ally of our community. And he don't take no shit. You know, he doesn't have to take the time to go find, to go reply to this idiot on social media, but he does take the time to do that, to explain like, you're not going to use me as a gift towards hate for Pride Month.
Right.
I
think that it's amazing for people who have a platform and who have a light and who are influencers or celebrities to voice their opinion. Because, I mean, any Joe Schmo can be like, but it takes another level. Like we were just talking about Faith Hill and Tim McGraw's daughter. Mm-hmm. It shines a light on the ignorance that anybody can be an ally. Like, some people aren't on your side. Even your favorite celebrities aren't on your side.
Yeah.
Even some people you look up to actually have a form of humanity about them. I think it's very important for it to be the Oprahs and the people on the radio station. I think because they have platform and voices that really just reaches people and makes them see things in a whole different light. Yeah,
but it puts things in perspective. It reminds us that we are the minor of the percentage, you understand, of people. It reminds us, like, all people don't appreciate us. All people don't want to be, and unfortunately, we're marginalized enough that we expect you not to like us first.
yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
And then we get all happy when you do a social media post because it's like, you do like us.
You rock with us.
And that's a little sad.
No, that's very sad. That's very fucking sad. That's not even, that's like a sad thought.
Right, but it's the truth. Like, we get excited. You know what I mean? Like, J-Lo has like a gay kid. But like, when you see straight people headline World Pride, you're like, all right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're with us. You expect Troye Sivan to be there. You know what I mean? You expect Cynthia Erivo to be there because they're queer.
But when they're straight, it really shines a different light. I've just been really like, before I even came to get in bed, I was thinking about this all weekend. I was like, why are we back in the light again with people, like, on people's forefront of their minds in your everyday life with what you dislike, what you're disgusted with, what you don't like about life? How did we get here again? Like, I'm just like, how did we get back here again? How did we just land in this space again?
I know.
I know.
It's scary.
It always just is like, I don't get it.
Unfortunately, because the person who is president right now, you know what I mean? That kind of trickles down and gives everybody the okay, you know, like, and it's not okay.
But media has been full of gays.
Yeah.
Not only media, celebrity has been full of gays. In the past 15 years, we have really jumped the bandwagon from what it was before 2010. We remember what it was before 2010. It was just we have jumped the bandwagon from 2010 to 2020. We have really jumped leaps and bounds. There's no room for ignorance. Like, everybody knows a gay person.
Yep.
Everybody has touched a gay person.
Yeah. It's not just my hairdresser's gay like it used to be before 2010. You know what I mean?
You've seen footballers, you've seen soccer players, athletes, you've seen Olympics was what, queer as fuck.
Yep.
Your
politicians,
your grocery store person, your UPS driver, understanding that we are a part of society. We are like any normal human being. Media, it doesn't matter. And we're back in this position where everybody's like, oh, because you need something. You need something to scapegoat.
Yeah.
You need something to
be asked about.
Yeah,
that's
because
it.
your life has to be that miserable.
Yeah.
It just has to be that miserable, that dark, that, like, you have to be trying to lift yourself up by
pushing others down. Yeah, and by looking down on other people.
Just for no reason at all.
For no reason at all.
It's just weird to me. It's just some weird energy shit. Like, that's what I've been like. Like, y'all know some real weird energy shit.
Well, and it's, I mean, you're a spiritualist. I can imagine your energy shit is probably like, you know, like, do you ever watch the news? Are you allowed to? Oh, okay. I can't imagine how I know Jamal. I can't imagine Jamal like sitting and watching CNN and Trump saying all this shit and him being okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. And I can't imagine you standing up and walking away and helping somebody after that. You know what I mean? Like,
so number one, I don't watch the news, but I am tapped in. So I'm tapped into knowing what's going on, because you have to be tapped into knowing what's going on.
Especially now. Yeah.
But I don't actively, like, just like I've said this before, I don't actively watch trauma porn. Like, if the film is full of trauma, I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. And I actively don't watch CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. It doesn't matter what it is. WSVN 7, WPLG. It doesn't matter what it is.
It puts you in a way.
It makes me, you know, I think that media forms their own opinions through their own perspective and lens. And I believe there's so many stories out here. So there's 350 fucking million people in America. And we tend to concentrate on just the most, like, it's like ambulance chasing to me. It's like, did you hear on this corner? Like, South Florida is wide.
Yeah.
And our media news covers a very wide range. But they tend to always, somebody got stabbed on Northwest 6th Avenue and 71st Street. There's never any coverage of community events. Like, there's always something good going on in the community.
Yeah.
There's never any push for, the Camilla's house gave out X amount of number of thousands of things to homeless people. And at this moment, these homeless people need, or unhoused people need extra funding. So come help fund the Camilla's.
Yeah.
Like, that does not come across the news.
No.
Every time we're talking about the news, we're talking about something that comes out of Orange Man's mouth. Yep. The little petty feud between what, Elon Musk now and Orange Man.
Yeah.
How horrible grocery prices are, you know.
Everything is negative.
Everything is negative.
But Jay, nobody wants to see good news. I don't remember, I think it was like 10 years ago, some news channel decided to only play good news. And like, it got no ratings, nobody wanted to watch it, that was that. You know, I live in North Miami on the line of Miami Gardens, right? And so I love Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens is beautiful. It's everything to eat. There's a culture of every kind of people. That's where I want to live in. I want to live in a melting pot, right? But every time my city's on the news is someone got shot.
Yeah.
Every time I'll be like, next, coming from Miami Gardens, I'm like, let me guess, someone got shot? Stabbing here, but you know what I mean? It's like, you never give me something positive about the city I live in. You know what I mean?
And we have positive things happening all the time in each of the places that we live in.
Yeah.
You know, we have things. But if I were to look at Channel 7 or Channel 10 or whatever the channel was, I would just believe the world was fucking nuts.
And I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't be afraid to leave the house if I watched the news.
I would be terrified. So I choose not to. I choose to stay, tapped into what's going on, listen to what's going on, but also let my actual grounded reality inform me. When I walk out my door, my street is lovely. My neighbors are lovely. They're lovely people. It's great living in my neighborhood. I live in Miramar, almost the same as like Miami Gardens in North Miami. It's a melting pot. Yeah. There's a lot of good food, a lot of good people. I let that inform me, as I move about my day to day. And I also try not to let that thought that people hate me immediately.
And walk out with that.
Yes,
what a great point. I mean, how do you live life if you're thinking that everybody's against you? I mean,
that's what spins you into paranoia.
Well, and after January, when Mr. Cheeto Head took office, I told you I was afraid to be in straight spaces.
Yeah.
Now imagine also thinking everybody's against me and everybody hates me and everybody hates everyone I love.
It puts you in such a defensive mode all the time. Yeah. And that's anger. And so we can be angry.
Where do you carry anger on your body?
Oh, here.
Okay.
Right here. Right here. And I know I do. So at times I have to say, Jamal, drop your shoulders.
Okay. Well, drop the anger. All right. Well, this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ+ community. Help us tell these important stories.